Hello, did you know that Woodcraft Folk was a UK movement for children and young people and was founded in 1925?
Really? Yes, 1925, and it has been a registered charity since 1965.
A registered company limited by guarantee since 2012.
Just after the First World War, John Hargrave broke away from the All-Boy Scouts movement.
Called Kindred of the Kibble-Kif.
Kindred of the Kibble, what's it?
Include all ages and both sexes.
And had a pagan and anti-capitalist emphasis.
He believed that outdoor life would help build a new world of peace.
Not like that, silly. Anyway, where were we? Oh yes.
But not all members agreed with Hargrave's leadership.
And so came another guy called Irene Poole.
And here began Woodcraft Folk. Today we have one of our eldest members here, Irene Poole. She will be telling us a little bit about woodcraft when she was a pioneer.
My dad started the group in May 1934, and in that month this year I will have been a member for 80 years. It was quite different, although it was co-educational, still interested in internationalism and so on. We were just one age group. Instead of a shirt, we had what was called a jerkin, and we also were asked to give ourselves a name linked with nature or the North American Indians, so that we were all on a level. The leaders had a name which they chose, could have been an animal. Girls chose flowers or trees, and we just met every week like we do now. We obviously had games because that was part of our activity, but we also did things which they weren't doing in school then. We had interest in artwork and in craft work. In those days we went to camp more often than we do now because people hadn't got so many other activities to take part in. We had various ceremonies at camp where we had a morning cry and an evening cry and so on, and a fire lighting ceremony. So, you know, various ceremonies were used, and they were all written by the founder of the Woodcraft Folk, who was Irene Poole.
In this year, 2014, we are celebrating Woodcraft's 80th birthday.
Because it's Woodcraft's 80th birthday, we are doing 80 great deeds for the community. We call it 80 Greats.
We are doing lots of things like
Film 80 people saying, I'm a woodcrafter.
No, I'm a woodcrafter.
I'm a woodcrafter.
No, I'm a woodcrafter.
I'm a woodcrafter.
I'm a woodcrafter.
I'm a woodcrafter.
To plant 80 trees. Raise £80 each for our charity to reflect our values.
Make film.
Plants and bulbs.
Use a cycle power cinema.
Street gardening and forest game.
Have a picnic.
Party at camp.
Have a mass campfire sing-along for all.
To keep you off my mind, all the time, to keep you off my mind.
A credo envoy is what we say when we meet.
Some of the creeds have changed over the years. Many woodcrafters would have said,
For these things shall I strive, a keen eye, a seeing hand, a body that fails not, an arm that is strong and willing to serve, a mind that yearns to understand, a spirit that searches for truth and that loves the silent places, a heart that is courageous and bears goodwill to all.
Some suggested other ones like,
I will go strong and straight, just like a pine.
I will read from the great books of nature.
I will work when there is work need to be done.
I will seek health from the greenwood.
Now we say,
We grow bond between us, that we are one blood, you and I, that we cry peace to all and claim kinship with every living thing, that we hate war and sloth and greed and love fellowship, and that we shall go singing to the fashionable world. It shall be peace.
Woodcraft has taken part in many protests over these years.
we stand up for what we believe in.
Anti-racism, stop the war. I chose this banner because I think killing animals for fur is wrong, and fur looks better on an animal than it does on a human.
I made this banner saying no vivisection because people always inject sick monkeys with viruses that can be fatal.
Love is the answer because you shouldn't hate people, you should love people.
That's why I wrote, black, white or mixed race doesn't give you a right to call them a disgrace.
I've chosen feed the children, teach the children, love the children, because in Nigeria some girls were being kidnapped just because they were being taught. And in lots of countries where there are wars going on, children are starving because they're not being fed.
Love peace, because if you don't love peace, then there'll be war in the world. And peace is important because you need to love people and show respect to them.
Peace, not pollution, because everyone's always using vehicles like cars and buses and stuff. We should be using bikes and walking and scooters.
We want peace, peace for all. We want peace, peace for all.
Being a member of Woodcraft helped me and helps anybody who joins to live a very full life, because they learn to work with other people, share, cooperate, work together for various things and achieve quite a lot.
Why are you holding your breath?
I'm a woodcrafter!
Every year, Newham.
Otherwise that might